preparing for tomorrow's season opener for the Carroll Pios taking on the UW Lacrosse Eagles. With me is the head coach of the Pioneers, Lindsay Schultz. Coach, we're finally here. The season is ready to start. Are you guys excited or what?
Absolutely. You know, we've been practicing for the last 3 weeks. You kind of build to this moment. You know, we've been getting after it really good in practice, and I think our players are ready to kind of take on a different opponent and see where we're at.
Well, fourth year for you, and I know, you've done a lot as far as flipping the culture and really just getting the roster the way you want it. Talk about this year's team and really what you like about this group. And I saw you guys in practice. It looks like a pretty cohesive group. And tell me what you like about them.
Yeah, this year, we're a young team, no seniors, only 2 juniors, but love the team dynamic. First of all, we are deeper than we've ever been. We talk about strength in numbers, playing a larger rotation, and being able to outwork teams by using that larger rotation. But in practice, the level of competitiveness has been awesome, to challenge each other and one another. And with that, we've spent a lot of time off the court with such a young team building the team dynamic. We've done mental skills training. We've done team bonding activities. And I think, if you were to come into a practice, you can see that in practice. It's the communication. It's how they're communicating with each other in terms of where they need to be or what they need to do. And our goal is to get this program to be a player-run program.
One of the things that you mentioned in practice when I was here and I really picked up on is at the end of practice, you told the players, we are so much further ahead now than we were as a team this time last year as the season got ready to start. What did you mean by that?
When I look at our team last year, again, we were young then too, but we were still trying to figure each other out. We've had, some really talented young women that played a lot of minutes last year, but we didn't know how to play together. And our returners took it upon themselves in the off season to work on that. And our new kids have come in and they've just fit right in. So one, in terms of us being able to play as more of a cohesive unit and figuring each other out, we're much further ahead. But 2, our talent level's better. They are playing at a higher level than we did at any point in the season last year. And with a young team, that's just really exciting to see.
You've got some stars coming back. Emily Majerus back, Alyssa Cruz back. Thoughts on just the returning kids and really what they've been able to contribute and what you're expecting this year?
Yeah, we'll start with Emily. Emily has started for 2 years for us. Very talented at the point guard spot. She was top 5 in assists. Alyssa Cruz led the CCIW in assists last year, and as a freshman, that's a really, tough thing to do. 2 other kids that were freshmen last year that stepped up. Teresa Wixer from Brookfield Academy broke 2 Carroll records. One was for most threes in a game with 8, and set the record or broke the record for most threes in a season made. And she sat out the last 6 games. So high-level shooter. Sierra Gruber, as a freshman, came in, ended with being the 2nd leading scorer in the CCIW, 2nd team all-conference. So we had, like I talked about earlier, we had some really great things happen last year, but we weren't able to put it all together. And that was our goal this year, is being able to put it all together.
Talk about some of the new faces we can expect to see tomorrow on the floor and what we should be looking for.
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of young kids that are going to get a chance to get in and show what they can do. We've got Brooke Foster from Prairie School, just a slasher, shooter. We had a transfer, Katie Evans, from Luther College. Again, a really skilled guard that can shoot the ball. We've had 2 kids that have been out. Kate Christian with an ankle injury, so we're working her back. And Elizabeth Burnt from Sussex, same thing. Megan Madsen kind of comes in at that 4 spot. She's that physical post, but also has guard skills. So we actually have a lot of young kids that have impressed us so far in practice, and we're excited for them to get out there and see what they can do.
Well, you didn't exactly ease your way into the schedule this year, starting with a really tough UW lacrosse team ranked number 19th in the country. You're supposed to ease into some easier competition, but you guys are going to go at it, guns blazing right away.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have to schedule 9 non-conference games. And obviously, it would be nice to kind of ease into it. That's what we kind of used our scrimmages for. But when you get to be able to play an opponent like lacrosse to test you right away, I mean, this game's going to prepare us for the CCIW and the conference. So we're really excited about that. And I think, that's the theme of our team this year, embrace the challenge. So I know our team is up for it. And that's kind of what we're doing, embracing the challenges that come before us.
Of course, as coaches and players, your expectations are to win the game tomorrow. It's not to compete; it's to go out there and win. But aside from points and everything else, what are you looking for at the end of the day tomorrow when you say, hey, when the game is over, if we've done this, regardless of the score, we advanced and we've been successful?
I think it goes back to that cohesiveness. What we're looking for is to take on, obviously, a very challenging opponent and to see our defense be able to work together, to be able to see our offense work together. We want to see, we're bringing in a lot of new kids into the mix too. We want to see that cohesiveness, but not only the cohesiveness, but also throw in that competitiveness to be able to do it together, to compete every possession. We talk about outworking our opponents, playing every possession all the way through. Those are the type of things we're looking to see from our team.
Keys tomorrow, do you think? What do you think the keys are going to be for you guys to be successful from a point standpoint on the floor and from a margin standpoint?
Like our keys, they run the dribble drive. They want to get in the lane. They want to pull up. We want to keep them out of the middle. Okay. We know that one of the things that we have to focus on as a team is rebounding as well. We got to keep them off the boards. And then we want to push tempo. I know they want to run, but we want to run. We think our rotation is going to be bigger. We want to be able to sub in, push tempo, kind of outwork them, and hopefully that pays out down the stretch.
Denora, the player of the year in the WEAC, is gone now, but they do have Danny Craig back. She was all conference last year. And they've got great athletes, both from in-state and out-of-state. How do you guys think you match up with them from an athletic standpoint?
We're up for the challenge. We watched him on film. Danny Craig is very talented. Actually, their backcourt is really talented. So, again, it's going to be a big challenge for our young kids. But, in terms of athleticism and quickness, I think our team is ready in that. What we're going to focus on is executing our game plan. Can we keep Danny Craig out the middle? Can we get her from taking one dribble and pulling up and shooting? And that's really where we're at, is focusing on executing our game plan.
It's it's into opening day. There's some special events going on tomorrow for the opener. Do you want to talk about that and what would be great for people to come in and come to this game in person? So let me just put this out there. We are going to make a HD version of this game available to anybody that wants it after the fact at no charge. So you don't need to say, well, I want to watch it on the live stream. You can watch it later. Come in person and support this team, and really both Wisconsin teams. But what can people expect tomorrow when they come into the field house?
We're hoping it's an energized atmosphere. It's Youth Day, so we're asking youth teams to wear their uniforms, come to the game. They get in free. Their coaches get in free. And then also with that, we have autographed posters. So after the game, our players will be signing posters. And we're just really encouraging the community to come out and support this group. We think we have a really special group. We think we're playing a high level of basketball, and we want to invite the community to come out and support. I just want to thank you guys for coming out. We really appreciate having W7 come to our practice, stream this game. Just like we said, we want Carroll to get out in the community. This is a great way. Carroll University is a great university. It offers great academics and really competitive athletics. And so we just appreciate you guys coming out and supporting us.
2:00 tip time tomorrow. Carroll and lacrosse. Pregame at 1:40. So 1:40 tomorrow, pregame, 2:00 tip-off. Be here in person. It's Youth Day. Kids, bring your uniforms. You get in free. Coaches get in free. Come out, support the Lady Pioneers. Basketball season is finally here. To all of our followers, we have waited and waited for this day. This day is here. In fact, we're so fortunate. We get it 10 days early. So we don't have to wait till November 19th. We get it right now. So come out tomorrow. Let's, as a girls basketball community, come and support this team, cheer them on. Let's see how loud we can really make it here at the Fieldhouse. Gary Whipperman, W7, Coach Lindsay Schultz. We'll see you at Carroll